Haven't you learned from the time that you were a baby that everything outside of you defines you? And so you keep on wanting to make a you in relationship to that. Like if a lot of people tell you if you do this, you will be loved, you'll tend to want to do that because you want to be loved. If a lot of people say if you do this, you'll make money and you'll be successful, then you'll tend to want to do that. Don't you let the things that you say are outside of you define you and tell you what is good for you. Haven't you been seeking outside yourself to know you? Haven't you been determined to know you based upon the input that you say is outside of you? This is what he's saying, isn't he? But he's telling you that that will be a mistake that will lead you to death. Because all of that activity is seeking death. Seeking it. Seeking death. This world's not a world of life. You say everything dies here. Do you not? Do you not say that this is a world where everything dies? Well, then you must have come here to die. Unless you've changed your mind. And you say, whoops. What was I thinking? I would like an alternative. So you talk about your life, don't you? And your life is a set of circumstances in association with your body. So you think a body determines life. And you say when there's no life in that body, it's dead. And every body must come to decay, sooner or later. And you're hoping it's later. Until you get so frustrated you'd like it to be sooner. So you're caught in the belief. And you're suffering. And you're seeking where you can't find what you really want. You have to have an alternative. To change all this, aha, change is possible. Good news. To change all this and open up a road of hope and of release in what appeared to be an endless circle of despair, you need but to decide you do not know the purpose of the world. Does that sound like what I've been teaching you, to stop telling it what it is? You need to decide not to tell it what it is. You don't know the purpose of the world. And then you can begin to see anew. You give it goals it does not have. So he's telling you you're dreaming. And he's telling you you're seeking in that dream for what you can't find there. So you're asleep, dreaming that you're awake, dreaming that the dream is real. It is not so. Salvation seeks to prove there is no death, and only life exists. The sacrifice of death is nothing lost. An idol cannot take the place of God. Let him remind you of his love for you. Who? God. Let God remind you of his love for you. And do not seek to drown his voice in chants of deep despair to idols of yourself. Remember when I said only tears of joy? Hello? Want me to read this again? Let God remind you of his love for you, and do not seek to drown his voice in chants of deep despair to idols of yourself. Seek not outside your Father for your hope, for hope of happiness is not despair. And that's what you'll find outside yourself, because you projected. And you cannot project love outside yourself. You can only extend love. So don't look for love in your projections. Seek but the Holy Spirit, which is behind the projections. And then you'll find the love. Isn't that nice?